guess what? We are those motherfuckers!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Frolfcenter, presented by Frolfer Magazine. I'm here joined with the boys, Cody and Adam, as usual. What's up, y'all? How you doing?
Good, man. How are you? How are things? You played disc golf this weekend, right?
Living the dream. Did I play disc golf today and all weekend?
Oh, what'd you play today?
I went and played Chattahoochee Point with an old friend who just started playing, and he's definitely got the bug already.
Perfect. Of course.
I love to hear it, right?
Hell yeah. I'm Adam, everybody. Hi, how you doing? We just barely got this thing ready to go tonight. So stick around a little while. We're going to have Scott Stokely here. It's going to be super exciting. Cody, you haven't been on the show in like 9 years.
Yeah, dude, how was the Rona?
It was long.
Oh, Adam, he's here to flaunt.
I know he's got a flaunt.
I'm here to celebrate with everybody.
I've got 2 of these. I know it's not that cool though.
Oh, sorry. He's got one of those too.
It's okay. They're releasing one every Friday forever. So
Yeah, pretty much. Do you want to show people that piece of paper that's in that box?
Oh, yeah.
You want to flex on them a little bit?
Just a little.
Oh, it's so pretty.
I should be wearing gloves right now. But.
If you guys should keep watching the show for the next couple of months. We're gonna have some news about a Southeastern Polecat World Championship.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys the story later on too.
Yeah, we'll get into that. But 2023 Polecat World Championship Southeast Regional. You're gonna hear some news from us about that in the next 6 months or so. Just so you know.
Cool. Might be cool.
Jeff Costa's here.
Hey, and shout out to the Cobra, who is, battling her way through there, and she's doing all right.
Look, he's on everything. He's on Facebook. He's on, guy's everywhere.
He's watching multiple screens.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys aren't on watching multiple screens, we are on Facebook until they pull their podcast stuff. We are on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and we have a website. Please go read Adam's wonderful last article on the website.
Yeah, some good. Well, the last one's the Atlanta one, I think. Yeah, a little Atlanta visitor guide for the 420 Fest peeps.
You're a good lyricist.
Good lyricist. Yeah, I can't sing, though. That's the problem. That's why nobody likes my shit. Anyway.
Let's get into some national news, brother.
I'm still adjusting a little bit. My bad.
Yeah, Cody's not been here in a while, so.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on. Oh, and I'll say it later. 2022 DDO. Ricky is really good at disco. What do you win by 6 strokes? 4?
Something like that.
Something like that.
And Drippy Ricky, though.
Drippy Wysocki, baby.
So why was everybody obsessed with his bucket hat?
Because they missed out on the Frolfer bucket hats 9 months ago.
That's right.
That's why.
I mean, I don't hate the bucket hat.
Looks good on Ricky.
So
Cody's not a fan of the bucket hat, huh?
It's all right. It's all right. I got a lot of hair. There's just a lot in the way everywhere.
I mean, the kid won by a lot, though. He did good. He did his thing. He played well in the wind.
Nobody was ever going to catch him.
If he plays like that at Worlds, what are the odds he wins? What would you guys give him? 3-1?
Given that it will be a lot of the players' second time seeing the course, at least.
Yeah.
I'd expect a lot of people to do better.
Obviously, Macbeth will make the cut for Worlds.
I would hope so.
I would take the odds at Macbeth making the cut over Ricky winning Worlds at DDO.
I think that's a really good point. I think Macbeth makes the cut, like 99% is going to happen. I think Ricky winning's like 50%.
I give him 70, but yeah.
You get 70, sure. Yeah.
If you are watching and you want to buy a bucket hat now, Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments because I literally was going to buy some to do for the spring thing and never did it. And now Ricky did this to me, and now I'm screwed. Now I can't put out a bucket hat without looking like a latcher honor. So whatever.
I mean, everybody's doing it though.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Everyone's doing it. Everyone's doing a lot of things we did. Looking at you, League Night. Anywho, fun news for me to break to you guys. Brody learned how to wind. Brody actually played well. He got third place. His last round, it looked like he was going to blow up, like Brody blows up. So his last round kind of started up here. Middle of the round, he kind of comes down here. End of the round, he comes back up and has a really good round. It looked a lot to me like the putter pouch on an Atlas bag. Just complete absolute dip in the middle. I've actually seen firmer bags at a nursing home pool party. I've seen firmer pockets made out of pita. You know what I'm saying? But good for the guy. The only thing sadder than that bag, though, the only thing sadder than an Atlas bag is what happened to Christina Allen on hole 16.
Yeah, that was extremely disappointing.
Yeah,
Absolutely brutal.
Absolutely brutal.
Yeah,
And Tartar got so lucky on that hole that her putt didn't go OB.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, but ultimately, Logan Harpole was the ultimate dark horse there.
Yeah, let's we got one for that one. Good on Harpool, man. That guy was cool.
Yeah, I mean, Harpole's a local school teacher who used his post-tournament interview to remind his students to do their homework. I mean, almost makes up for the fact that he stole the Frolfer logo, but
it's
what
like
it is.
It's the
font.
No Fear logo and the Frolfer font, I think, is what it is. Remember the No Fear shirts from like
Yeah. It's kind of like the Thrasher thing is what we're doing.
Yeah.
I still have a No Fear shirt with like 20 wrestlers who autographed it because I was staying at the hotel.
I wonder how many guys have No Fear tattooed with like a couple stars.
Oh yeah, a couple nautical stars, a No Fear tattoo, a big mouth bass, right?
Yeah. Like I bet you they're all in their like late 30s, early 40s. Right.
Yeah, this story was sponsored by Sunstein, the official intellectual property lawyers of the Disc Golf Pro Tour. So
yeah,
anyway.
That was good though. I enjoyed it.
Dude, he was a cool guy. He seemed, first of all, he was really good at disc golf. He's from an hour away, so he's used to playing in the wind, he said. Super nice guy. He said it was bigger than a win to him in his post interview. He was like, "This is bigger than a win." Just like getting lead card coverage, students were watching, all that good stuff. So
nice, yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan. I appreciate it.
Me too. It was a good dude. I'm gonna be rooting for him.
No Fear is still a company, and they have 450 employees.
They're still open. They're still around.
What it says.
That's impressive. What are some of those other ones? Like there was wasn't it like Big Johnson was another one that was coming? They had Big Dogs and like Johnson.
Oh, Big Dog.
Like oh, I think Austin just spilled beer on his
laptop.
laptop.
Is that a beer?
Uh-oh. All right, Cody. I'm going to put you on the picture while Austin fixes this.
Man, nice.
Yeah. Austin's got to dip for a minute.
Kristen Tartar continues her shred of the tour after finishing second at World. At Masters Cup. Director's Cup. Whatever.
What was this one? Yeah.
I don't even care.
Yeah, Tatar won it. That was great.
Yeah, that was cool. I think she's the best disc golfer on tour right now. She's the second highest rated on tour, or in the world.
Is it they keep saying on Twitter the Gorn, the Gorn, like the greatest of right now?
The Gorn.
Wow.
Gorn, I hate it. I don't like Gorn.
I'm really not a fan of that at all.
Like Gorp.
No. It's like Gort.
I mean, Gort is Gort. I mean,
I said Gorp, like camping, but
Gorp. Gort.
What about
no, not a fan
Kristen's odds of winning Worlds later this year?
I think 2-1.
Yeah, I give her better odds than Ricky for sure.
Yeah,
nice.
I think she's been a little more dominant. I think it's good. And then on social media, there's a lot of pictures of her hugging her daughter that went around, like right after the tournament.
It looked like her daughter was crying too, huh?
Her daughter looked emotional for sure. Probably because she had been in like a cage all day or a container or something to keep her off the course. I don't know what the PDJ
the PDJ wasn't involved in this one though.
No, I know. I'm being absolutely facetious and stupid. So
yeah, maybe DGPT like they keep the kids in consolatory, and
They just tie him up. They tie him up to one of the signs and put a water bowl out or something. I have no idea what the DGBD is doing with the kids anymore. I have no idea.
Tie him to whole tree at hole one. Tie him on a tree on a hole one or something.
What did the Wu-Tang say? Leave your children at home, leave your problems at home. I think that was a Wu-Tang line. I'm not really sure. So.
Yeah, I still think it's all fucked. But,
PDGA, huge Wu-Tang fans, I'm sure.
Huge. I can tell. Robert Leonard looks like a Wu-Tang guy for sure.
He's straight out of
Augusta. Anyway. I don't have graphics for the local news, so Austin, tell us about your weekend, bud.
So big shout outs to our good friend Keith James, Jingleheimer, Keith Johnson,
Jingleheimer Smith.
Very good tournament director, very good tournament. It was very well ran. It was my first tournament that I've played all paper scorecard since probably 2018. But I get it. You don't really have the best service up there at Lula, and for what it was very seamless. It was seamless. Good tournament. The course looked beautiful. Of course, this young phenom Isaac Robinson just goes just crazy on the course.
Keith John James Johnson Bon Jovi. Keith John Jovi Bon James Johnson, I think.
Right. Isaac won. Dollard came second. The rest followed.
How was the food?
The food on Friday. I had to go up there on Friday and get a little sample of what was going on, because that brisket melted in your mouth. It was absolutely amazing. Barbecue sandwich, top notch. The burnt macaroni and cheese, even better.
Nice.
I know.
A guy named John James just corrected us. It's actually Keith Johnson, I guess. It's James, just Keith Johnson.
John James, just Keith Johnson.
That's his full name.
John, just Keith Johnson, James.
But I managed to shoot above my rating in cash for the first time in almost 6 months, gentlemen. Thank you. Austin's finally finding his disc golf game again.
You've been practicing at Lula a lot, though.
I have. I've been grinding it, and it was the highest paying B tier in Georgia's history. I mean, I had to.
That's how you cashed in 16th place?
Sometimes you got to do it.
Hey, listen, I've never cashed, and 16th is good for me, so it's good.
There's a lot of people out there, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
A lot of good players out there.
It was enormous.
Yeah,
it was
there was a lot of good players out there.
Yeah, I actually had it looked up the other day. Before we
since we got you, John James, you're going to be on next week.
We got that for real?
I mean, just throwing the question out there if he's in the comments.
Yeah, if you're still watching there, Johnny Jamesies, we talked about it in the chat. If you wanted to come on and tell us about how you managed to get $1 billion for this tournament, $3,000 to first place, we'd love to hear that.
Yeah. All right, cool. Sounds good. We'll see you next week, JJ.
Yeah, sounds good.
KJ.
Jordan Cass, hell yeah, Austin, good shooting. It's true.
Yeah, I mean, 16th and open is nothing to bat at,
No, I know, dude. There was
at least 8,000 rated players.
Oh yeah,
maybe.
Dude. Yeah, and there are 1,000 rated players that you beat. So
cool.
Yeah, at least one of your good buddies, actually. One of our local purveyors here in Atlanta. If you are serious, I am in. I love that no one can tell me. Yes, we're serious. We are serious. Absolutely. We'll send you a Facebook message in an hour or so, or maybe tomorrow, or I don't know, maybe Sunday. We'll yes, for sure, 100%. I just did get a text from Mr. Stokely. He's going to be here in maybe 16 minutes or so.
13 of 990 or higher. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's huge. And there's a ton of people. The open thing was enormous. There was 48 people playing an open. That's a lot of people to play an open. And Keith Johnson himself took 10th in Pro Masters 50.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot. I mean, it takes a lot to play that course twice in a day.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine playing it twice in a day and then running a tournament as well. I mean,
did you guys just play OG or did you guys play the new one
just
too?
OG, yeah.
Just OG, really? Okay. How
Red Hawk's not really quite tournament ready yet. Even though they keep running tournaments out there, it's not really quite tournament.
It's good for a flex C tier, but not good for a B tier.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Correct.
Cool.
Some holes don't have T-pads yet, but it's definitely well worth the money to go play. And I will play with either one of you guys any day you want.
Yeah, anytime I can rent a helicopter and get up there, I'll come up there. But I think it's like a 12-hour drive for me.
I'll call Roscoe. See what we can do.
Yeah, see if Ricky can send one down.
I think I could probably get there in 5 hours.
You could probably get there faster than I could, and you're in Raleigh. So
You're Adam. You are full of spit.
I know. It's if there was no traffic, I think it's an hour 45 or an hour 35. I've done it once. And the problem is I got partnered with a guy who was 2 bottles of wine deep when we got there and drank 6 PBRs while we were playing, and then I was like,
well, Clunk's never fun to play with. Doesn't matter the course.
I love that you knew it was Clunk. Anyway. Fantastic. All right, I'm going to take over for a second and talk about my shit. Frawl for Fridays. The final week is this week. Here's the flyer. Yada yada. The ace pot's at like 117 plus the buy-in. If nobody hits an ace on Friday, it is the long pads. If nobody hits an ace on Friday, we're all going to head up to hole 4. Anybody who bought into the ace pot's going to get one throw at it, clot or not. So closest to the pin, or you get an ace, you're gonna get the pot. Also, if you're going to win the whole thing, we got trophies this year. You're actually going to get Frawl for Friday trophies for a 6-week Friday night league. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I can't believe this is already over with.
6 weeks, man. It's not. We didn't. We haven't had a show for the first 4 of it or whatever. So
right.
What else did I have in there? Also, if you go bogey free at Frawl for Friday any year or any week, excuse me, your first beer's on me at Halfway Crooks after the round. That's like the official after spot of Frawl for Fridays. It's in Summerhill by the old Turner Field. And I think in the late summer, once DeKalb Memorial opens, we're going to have Fiesta for All for Fridays. And there's a really good Mexican restaurant like right up the street from that course. And we're just going to go drink margaritas when it's all done. So cool. Anywho, Cody, give us the story.
Oh, yeah. So
tell us all about it, because this is the greatest thing of all time.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So the guy who put it for sale thought it was just a funny joke. Like, thought it was just cool. He wasn't a collector. I don't think he collects anything. Plays disc golf, but doesn't really do much.
Wow. Why do you have it out of the bag?
No. Probably the only time I ever take it out of the bag was for the show.
Well, I appreciate that.
You might be able to touch it. But yeah, he didn't even play. Didn't even know what he had really, and then posted it on the Innova Halo collectors page, and people went crazy, and the bids were going up fast, and then I put my bid in, and then he pulled it after 3 hours. He only took bids for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I think I got pretty lucky. I only offered $150 more than the bid before me, and he ended it on that. So
the Holy Grail is right, Mr. Donovan. The Holy Grail is right.
But so maybe you guys can help me out with this.
Okay.
So you take it off, it hits the light, it turns on. But in the bottom, it's in the bottom of the other bag. Dang it, let me grab that real quick. It's right here.
Okay. All right, we'll get Cody off of there for
All
now.
right, so here.
Yeah. Oh, he's coming right back.
All right. So in the bottom of the box, there's this strap, this tape.
I imagine that was to keep
The thing from going off.
Right. So it's probably like a battery. You know, like when they put a battery in
Yeah.
something and they put I wonder if that was it.
That's what I figured, but all the tests I've done, it only turns on by the light.
Huh.
So,
Interesting. Well, that explains why. So everybody thought they were buying one of these with a gold stamp for $33.
Yeah.
And everyone was kind of like, well, that's funny. They did 100. It was like when they did the Mick golf thing or whatever it was, or Mick disc.
Yeah. Innova disc golf, but it's Macbeth disc golf.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, so that was, I remember that. And so they only did like 100 of those too.
Yeah, so it was kind of like a double fake out because you opened it and you saw the white one.
Yep.
And then you had to go under the white one to actually see the Halo number 1 out of 100.
That stuff was wacky. It was a crazy story. And now they're just coming out every Friday, like we were saying. So
yeah.
I saw one in somebody's bag this weekend.
Yeah, so like the new ones, I could go on eBay right now. On eBay, they're going for like 60. On some of the Facebook groups, you can get one of the non-numbered ones for 35 to 45 bucks. They're not crazy right now.
And I think the numbered ones are between 300 and 500 still, from what I've seen.
Oh, the number ones are, yeah. The number ones are still in the hundreds for sure. You have the most expensive one. 69 was going to go for a bunch, but I don't think the guy would sell number 69. I think he said he wasn't going to sell it. So, and they also got the halos are different. Like on the ones that are coming out now, they actually got the plastic to look a little better. Like they got the halo a little more full and everything.
Yeah, you can even see like in the edges of the halo, there's like glimmer plastic mixed in there. Like they were trying to figure it out.
That
was the first one that they pushed out. So
oh yeah, that's true too.
I don't know, man. The new some of the On Scoggins Leopard 3s and the Juliana Corver Roadrunners were also very glimmery in the rim. So they were also real glimmery. So again, guys, we got about like 8-9 minutes before Scott Stokely shows up. Here's Joe Costa saying Disc Catcher 3, what a loser of a prank. I actually missed that one. I didn't see the Disc Catcher 3.
It was like Disc Catcher 3. Was it the one that was in the ground? Well,
it might have been, yeah. Where it was like that was the hole. They did it was the that was DGA. DGA did that. Brickley did that. Yeah, that one was good too because they had like they had like I forget, they had an accessory for
I think Disc Catcher 3 was when they came out April Fool's Day and said the new basket's got like a 3-foot band. Yeah, a huge band.
There it is, yeah. Hey friends, hey Courtney's chiming in, guys. If you haven't signed up for Hot Lana,
that's going on in 8 minutes.
No. Yesterday were the sponsors at 8:00. I think it's next week. It goes on general on Monday night at 8:00. Courtney, if you're in the chat and you want to confirm that, let me know. I'm in. We sponsored it for Frolfcenter Magazine again. We're going to be vending there all every day. I'm not sure which course we're going to be at. Courtney's going to let me know about all that. So,
and tomorrow 8 p.m.
Oh, is that what's that there? Boomtown?
The Cody, Austin, Phil Arthur, Keith Brandy designed wonderful course. Boomtown number 5.
Boomtown 5's coming?
Yep.
Can't believe it's already.
It goes on sale tomorrow.
I think sponsorship goes on sale tomorrow.
Nice. Courtney says Monday the 8th. General registration, sponsor registration is open now. So
next Monday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she needs to tell us this brewery event I'm coming. That's right. I think the McCoys have a brewery. They're actually doing it. They have a golf course or a disc golf course.
Yeah.
We got to get them on just to talk about it. It's a fun.
K-Mac's been talking about that little project he's been doing for a while.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Yep. Sponsor tomorrow for Boomtown, says Jordan Katz, another Team Bomb Squad member. Any word on if those Halo Polecats are more stable than the DX? They got
I'm going to go ahead and tell you I haven't thrown mine. Because I'm sorry. I haven't ventured out and thrown that one yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't throw that one at all. I've seen them thrown. There's a lot of guys on Facebook who've bought the new ones and thrown them. They said they fly real well. So I actually put the Champ back in the bag this week. The Champ kitty made it back into the bag just for upshots this week. So
I wish I just had a couple G's sitting around so I could just throw that. Just to throw it.
Just to buy it and throw it. Just throw number one.
Yeah.
I always thought it'd be funny to get
I said $100 a throw.
I mean, yeah. I think it'd be funny.
Benjamin on it. We just have to have at least 15 people
willing
to do it.
People there.
We need to get like a Get Freaky zone and be like, hey, do you guys want to win this Get Freaky zone? All you need to do is learn how to swim and then just throw it in the lake. Nope. Train Hopper. Oh, Jordan left for Train Hopper?
I don't know.
I'm not a big fan of like the whole dividing everybody. I think we're all one big family here.
Okay.
I got 15 people together who wanted unlimited throws for a day. I would do $100.
Okay, here we go. Courtney came in hot with the brewery event is Sunday, June 12th in Gay, Georgia at Tower House Brewery. Day after is the Peaches and the Pines at the Merriweather course. That's awesome. That's going to be really fun. Yeah, I might do that Peaches and the Pines at Merriweather. I haven't decided yet.
It's been a minute since I played Merriweather. I think I might do it.
I've never been to that course.
Merriweather's an old
How far
school.
south is that? That's in like Woodbury, isn't it?
No, it's not too bad.
The city.
Yeah.
I thought I had a funny joke. I don't think I do.
No.
It's all out there, like between like Stockbridge and West Douglasville area.
The beer is freaking amazing, says Courtney. Cool. Courtney, we got to get you back on too to talk about Hot Lana pretty soon. So we'll I'll shoot you a message sometime next week or something. We're gonna do Keith, John, Bon John, James Joby next week though. Cool. Like I said, just a couple more minutes before Scott pops on, guys.
Before we have Scott on,
yeah,
What is the OTB ace one at now?
OTB? I don't
It
know.
was $2,500.
$25,000.
Really?
Oh, is that one?
Didn't Matt Bell hit a $25,000?
No, that was donated for from a charity or something.
Oh, are you talking about for the skins?
Yeah, because last time I heard, I thought it was like $14,000 or something.
It might be huge. I have no
I
idea.
think it's huge. I could be wrong. I don't watch it. So
Oh, you should. It's really
12K,
good. Oh,
there you
12K.
go.
12K. Here we go.
Costa needs to just be on the computer, like Joe Rogan's guy in the background.
I think Costa's
our back
kinda
end.
he's like our Andy Richter.
Absolutely.
He's like our Andy Richter for real. I love it. Al dente. 10,000 for the
Yeah,
skin.
it's at least 10K for the
Yeah.
OTB skins.
Fortner knows. Everybody knows. We're good on that. Very, very good. I'm trying to think of what else. What other news do we have for disc golf this
What's the
week?
most expensive ace you guys have hit? And in the chats while you're waiting on Scott.
Yeah, for me it was $75 whole dollars. It was supposed to be 150. It was at a Boundary Waters tournament, and I aced hole 5 on Boundary Waters 2, and then that was in the first round. So I'm like, yeah, dude, $150, it'd be great. And then as I'm walking up to Tournament Central after the second round, Andrew Jenkins comes over and goes, "Hey man, I'm really sorry.
Hey man,
I stole half your money."
$75.
He got 8. He got that little turnover or flick shot over there on Boundary Waters 2. So
Austin?
I was gonna wait for you, Cody.
Mine
I
was.
bet you mine's higher.
Mine was at the triples tournament at Little Mulberry.
Okay.
So it was 365. But then when I moved here and ran my doubles, I hit 1 for 5.
nah. Oh, that's right. That was like early on running doubles, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was towards the end of the year, but yeah.
Look at this.
Nice.
312 in 1994. I need the inflation calculator real quick.
Yeah, right?
I'm gonna find out what
Yeah.
that's worth today.
That was
doing it.
a rent payment in 1994.
Dude, that was 2 cars and a bag of blow is what that was. And yeah, that was a lot. Anyway, let me see here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna figure out what this was. 312 in 1990.
What about you, Austin? What, like $500-$600?
No.
Chatty Point, 400 something?
I hit so H2 does a rolling ace pot between all of his events.
Okay.
The ace pot ran until Boyd Pond, Aiken County Open last year, and I was the solo ace out at Boyd Pond for $965.
Ooh.
And it was
Ooh,
a cash CTP, so it made it a clean 1,000.
Jonathan Peak just hit a $667 one at Perkerson a couple weeks ago.
I'm pretty.
Did he finally hit it?
He hit it like
Dang
3 weeks
it.
ago. Yeah, maybe a month.
So they have like a
Dang it.
putting league up here where they give everybody at the end like a 150-foot shot, and it rolled over and rolled over. Somebody just hit it. I think it was $1,400 for a 150-foot shot.
Yeah.
Brawl for Fridays, baby. We're gonna have like
Wait,
$140 for a whole hole.
Isn't the Urban Skins match have a huge ace pot every year?
It might. Let me see. I'm gonna chat. Hello.
Austin?
Well, if they do urban skins, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do anymore. So yeah, Joe Costa's 312 in 1994 would be worth $605 today.
Ooh.
Yeah. John James with a 455 at Brooksville. Frog Pond Sling. I think it was around 300 plus whatever the CTP was. Oh yeah, dude. If you double up and and Jonathan Peak did double up. It was a CTP, so he got free beer that day as well. So he got like 67 and a 6-pack of Terrapins. So yeah, this guy. Paul Bell hits more aces when he runs stuff than when he doesn't run stuff. I've been on his card for 2 of them, I think. Well, one of them wasn't. Was one of them? One of them was just casual, I think.
I do have a big germ guy up here that every time he's on my card, I hit an ace. I've hit like 4 aces in front of him.
Oh, and congrats to Germ, by the way.
Yeah, that ace was pretty sick. Wait,
That was
go back to national news here. That was pretty epic.
Finally,
And he was the only player to shoot under par that round as well.
And he had his back nine was dirty as hell. So
Yeah,
congrats to Germ.
It was
Good on-
clean actually.
I mean,
But,
filthy is what I should have said.
Yeah,
Not dirty, but
it was
filthy.
sick.
Yeah. Something I know. That's funny. Yeah. Let's see here. You were with me for the 2 sanctioned aces. Oh, okay. So I was there both times you made money. Yeah, good. Jordan Cass, Magic City Mega Bowl sponsor sign up is tonight at 9. Big group going this year.
Where's that at for people who don't?
Birmingham.
Birmingham's like, yeah, it's not Magic City by my house. It's Magic City an hour and a half away from here, yeah.
Who can throw further two-finger pop, MTV or Stokely?
Stokely.
Mm.
I don't know, Stokely.
I've got a video. I've got a YouTube video.
You do?
Versola average is 550.
I mean, his average is 550. Come on.
Oh, God, his average is 5. I've also seen him fall off a tee pad on everybody with a disc golf media account has seen Matt Versola fall off a tee pad, too.
And if you guys haven't seen it, go to averagediscgolf.com and just type in Matt Versola. I'm pretty sure it pops right up.
Nice.
You're welcome, MTV.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. That's the lowest ace you've ever had? $14?
Yeah, that's an even better
So
thing.
the guy, so it was the second to last week that I aced, took all the ace pot. The next week, people still bought in, and somebody aced for like $18. It was
Yep. That's pretty good. That's a good
I've hit a $20 ace. I've
Have you?
also hit an ace where there wasn't an ace pot and you only had a CTP and had to split it with somebody else who aced the same hole.
That's bad.
So it was like $6.
Porter.
Was it
Yeah.
Brett Porter you said?
Yep.
Oh, also,
I don't mind winning a little bit amount of money if like I'm the only one that hit the ace. There's nothing worse than splitting an ace pot with like 6 people. Like Oregon Park silver to silver tournament or something. I think they split it like 5 times one year.
yeah, I think Leon's probably had 2 aces in the same round, had to split it with himself. Silver to silver, Oregon Park.
He probably was complex with how to split it too.
He's running the Georgia State games. I'm going to be at that. That'll be one of my first big MA40 tournaments, I think. That'll be a fun one.
Is it sanctioned?
Yeah, it's B tier. We're supposed to be at Hobbs, and now it's at
It's the
Boundary
Georgia
Line.
Championships, right?
Oh, weird. Hold on a second, guys. I got to do a little texting with Scott Stokely. He's having some trouble getting into the spot. Yeah.
Just sending him the link.
I did, but it didn't work for whatever reason. So now I have to send it again. Sorry, fellas.
So, do you guys think that Chris Dickerson is going to win the points this year?
He definitely could.
He's well on his way for Player of the Year.
Yeah. What do you think about Drew's season so far? I mean, he's had a ton of top 5 places. Do you think he's going to pull it together and win another one this year? Another tournament? Another pro tour series, blah, 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 blah.
You talking about Drew Gibson?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, because is he touring with Jennifer Allen right now?
I don't know exactly. No, because he wasn't at this tournament. I think he played the Santa Cruz Open, or I could be wrong, but I don't think he was there this weekend. I think he went back to Cali.
There we go. Okay, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we had a little snafu there. I'm sorry to say this. Our next guest is one of disc golf's living legends. He's a national treasure. He is celebrating his win at the OTB Big Money Tours Skin number 59. Game's out today. It's one of our favorite guests of all time, one of our first guests of all time. He is the man. It's Mr. Scott Stokely. How are you, buddy?
Good. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? One of your favorite?
You are our favorite.
No, you are
we
the
gotta say that
favorite.
for everybody, Scott. We got to tell everybody
I'm
they're
very
almost
competitive. I'm just
very
kidding.
competitive. Before we get started, we have to tell you, Jenny Keith, PDGA 3142, wanted us to say hi to you
Oh, that's awesome.
with Cobra. She's the Cobra Jenny.
Okay, yeah, she got in probably the day after I sent mine in.
That's awesome. And you had to send it in back then. So
Are you kidding me? We had there was no such thing as pre-registration at most tournaments because you would literally have to have clipped out something in a magazine, filled it out by hand, and mailed it in. It's just kids these days have no idea how easy they got it.
yeah.
No CODs, Scott. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot all about CODs. Yeah.
Scott, thanks for coming back on, man. Congrats on the big skins win, dude.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
That was awesome.
That sidearm shot it is so impressive. That one
Thank
from the
you.
knee that went 380.
What disc was that for people who haven't watched it?
Well, it's a Discraft Force, but it flew really straight because I threw it extremely hard.
Yeah.
So it's not normally a straight flying disc. It had a very slow flex to it, but I threw the heck out of it.
I mean, you could see it was full commitment.
Oh yeah, I got dirt on my face. I had to lay it out. Well, when I lined up my shot, once I actually got down to one knee, because it was such a tight gap that I realized that I needed 6 more inches from my lie to actually hit the line. Like that's how tight of a gap it was. And so the only way to hit the gap was I actually had to basically be falling over, throwing as I'm falling. That gave me the extra 6 inches. But to do that, I had to put my face in the dirt.
Is it very often that you need an extra 6 inches, Scott?
You want to ask me or the person next to me?
Well, you're a very tall guy, so that's why we're asking. So yeah.
So Scott, back to the putting game. You just recently made a change and switching things up. How's that going? What made you make that decision?
Well, so basically the short of it is I had been putting the Berg from Cast to Plast.
Right.
I putted with it very well the last couple years. It's basically a brick, right? It doesn't glide. Right. It doesn't go right or left. But I was putting pretty well. I think I won like 70% of my MP40 and MP50 tournaments over 2 years. So it's not like I was struggling with my putting. And then what happened is that this year on the Pro Tour, there's a couple things. Number one, the courses are so long and it's such a grind. And this is not me complaining about my life and how hard, being on tour is, but physically at 52 years old, my arm was getting really worn out. And that plus I dealt with an E. coli infection that came back twice. I was in the hospital just 2 weeks ago, right before Jonesboro. And between those two things, what was happening was I teach the most important thing about putting is you have to follow through at the target. Your hand must follow through there. If it doesn't follow through at the target, you're going to pull the disc right, left, whichever way your hand goes. And I realized because my arm was fatigued and because I had been sick, I wasn't following through at the target. I was having to give it this extra
spin,
motion.
Try something.
Because I was throwing a disc with so little glide. So it's nothing wrong with the Berg, but I needed something that I could throw softer with. So because of the fatigue. Anyways, I switched to the Marvel by Birdie Disc Golf Supply. And I'll plug it. I got Scott Stokely Tour Series Marvels at scottstokely.net. I switched to the Marvel and I putted well at Jonesboro, but just to give you an idea, I was 103rd Circle 1 putting at Texas States. Okay. And by the way, I cashed at Texas States, being 103rd in putting.
Wow.
At the Dynamic Discs Open, I was 10th in putting against the entire MPO field. Circle 1X, so not even counting tap-ins, but between 10 and 33 feet in 20 to 25 mile an hour winds, 40 mile an hour, gusts up to 40 on the third day. I made 87% of my Circle 1 putts, and I did it because the Birdie Marvel is that good of a disc. It takes no effort. You just push your hand in front of you, and it just flies straight where you're aiming. So, little segue to a plug, but I was extremely excited about it.
I was going to plug it too because
they're awesome, aren't they?
Well, as soon as I heard that you were putting with them, I went to my local store and bought like 4 first run Marvels.
That's right.
And I stuck them in a bag because I was like, when Stokely wins, everybody's going to be coming after these first run Marvels. And they actually, I think they just now, Fit Inspired Living, we've had them on the show. I think they actually just got your Tour Series stuff in a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to have to get back down there.
That's awesome. Well, it's like you can always buy them. I mean, at scottstokely.net is where I have all my Tour Series discs.
Perfect.
So.
Nice.
Right there, guys. It's on there. It's on.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we're here to have you plug your stuff, Scott, because we love having you on tour. So don't ever apologize for being like, please go buy my stuff. You know what I mean?
No, please go buy Scott Stokely stuff. I'm saying it now.
Yeah, please do.
Do what he says.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, listen to this guy.
Scott, when was the last time you went back to the drawing board like that? Like with anything in your game?
Yeah, about 40 years ago.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to change things up.
No, it was actually really scary because this is my year on tour. and it's a limited season. But my feeling was that I was 5 tournaments in, and overall I was like 78th or something in putting, but getting worse as the season was going on. And my thought was, I'm 100% sure if I don't make a change, it's not going to get better. I'm not going to magically 52 years old mid-season, oh, my putts are going in now. Like, that's not going to happen. So the fear of making a change obviously is the fear of getting worse. But I'm already putting so poorly.
You can't get
it
worse.
Didn't matter. And
Right.
one thing of, a little bit of perspective is when I say I was putting poorly, like I was probably putting well enough to win most pro 50-year-old tournaments B tiers out there. I mean, it's not like I was putting bad. It's just I'm against the best like in the entire world. So
Right.
I'm putting bad relative to them. But that's all that matters because I'm competing against them.
Yeah.
So it was scary, but I think it was scarier not to. So I actually took 2 weeks off, and I said, if I play tournaments, I'm not going to want to make changes mid-tournaments. Like, I know how my brain works. I said, I need to drop out and just putt, and that's what I did.
Nice.
Smart man. It's hard. It's like, what do they say? Taking your medicine is good for you, but it tastes real bad. The medicine tastes bad, but it's good for you, sort of thing, right?
Yeah, it was, but it's a teaching moment. Like, I'm bringing everybody on tour with me, and this is one of the things you have to do, which is what's more important, this weekend or this year? Or if you're a younger player, the next 30 years. And next weekend wasn't that important. I mean, I hated missing Champions Cup. I mean, it's the first major of the year, but I was like, I'm not going to go to Champions Cup, be 103rd in putting, and then like be on the 4th card.
Not on that course. Yeah.
Not a chance.
No.
So it worked out.
Did you track down where the E. coli came from? Because I did the same thing with lettuce, like right before COVID, and it was the worst, man. It was awful.
I don't know, but so Adriana has this theory, because the only place that I ever eat that she doesn't eat is I eat it at like the most rundown, dirty taco trucks you see on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Like if it has a nice paint job and there's no graffiti on it, I'm not going to eat there.
It's not gonna be good. No.
I only eat there if it's going to be. And again, I've never gotten sick from a taco truck before, but it's the only thing I've eaten that she hasn't, and so I think that might have been the case. It's not going to stop me.
No, of course not. Yeah.
If you're spending more than $1.50 a taco, you're spending too much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if the meat is like good quality and like not gristly, that's not a taco.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. But other than that, like you prepared very heavily for this tour. And outside of the putting change, you think everything's going right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not. Well, I cashed at Dynamic Discs Open. I was actually on the 5th card, the 4th card after 1 round, the 5th card after 2 rounds, which is really respectable. I was shooting like 10-30 golf, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I went out to a course. I was playing blind, and conditions were bad for everyone, but I didn't play well. So I kept in the top 40. I was like 38th maybe, which I'm not unhappy about that, but I need to play better. But when you're 10th in putting, that's good enough to win the tournament if you're driving well. And I haven't been driving well, but the thing about the driving is I don't know if there's a fix. Like with putting, I could do something mechanical, identified what was wrong, made a mechanical change. I'm not sure where I'm going to look at my game and say, I see how I can hit more fairways in regulation. So I think with the driving, I just have to keep plugging along and hope it comes together. So I feel good about everything.
Good.
Nice.
I love you.
What about the old how's the amino acids holding up? The fitness routine? How's all that? Is it healthy? Is it way more than you thought it was going to help? Is it just going?
I can't imagine if I hadn't done a solid year's worth of work with diet and getting in shape, getting stronger. I mean, hitting the gym 4 times a week for for 8 months, and then once or twice a week once the tour started. I think I'd be broken down already, or certainly injured. I have 0 injuries. I have 0 pain. I have fatigue. But I was also fighting E. coli for the whole time too, so I'm not sure the correlation there.
Right.
But it's fatigue. But fatigue's not an injury. Fatigue is just you're tired, and I am 52, so that's the only place I'm feeling my age. So I think everything I've done with the amino acids and the diet and the working out and working with Disc Golf Strong has kept my body in great shape. Knock on wood, but I feel like I can make it through the whole season and I'm going to be fine.
Would you say that's been the hardest part about the tour so far, is the physical aspect of it, or has it sort of been more scheduling and getting to places?
No, none of that's hard. I'm a nomad. I travel full time. That's how I live. The hardest part of the tour, honestly, is just how good so many people are. You know, for me, like if I come out, I mean, literally I shot 1030 for the first 2 rounds at the Dynamic Discs Open. I mean, 1030 golf is so high level golf. And I was on the 4th card and then the 5th card. That's really, like, it's not frustrating. It's amazing, but it's like, that is the hardest part, to come out and go, man, I really played good golf.
Yeah.
And 15 people are still better than me. But that's not a bad thing. I mean, the 52-year-old shouldn't play good golf and win. The 52-year-old should have to play the best golf of his life to win.
Fair enough.
And I haven't done that. I've played well, but not the best.
Okay. Well, I wanted to ask, from like a fan's perspective, as somebody who's been watching disc golf for, I think I'm like 13 years in now or whatever, it looks like a lot has changed from last year, this year, even, especially when it comes to the DGPT. Are you seeing that? You've seen the game forever. The difference in the last year, especially on the DGPT, are things a lot different this year than even things you've seen last year, the year before?
So I didn't do the DGPT the
at all
years. No.
Oh, I thought you had DGPT events like a couple years ago. No.
Oh, okay. My first DGPT event was the Dynamic Discs Open last year, but I played MP50.
Oh, sure.
So I was there. I got to experience, but that was more experiencing the Dynamic Discs Open and Emporia, Kansas, as opposed to the actual tour.
Gotcha.
Where you have the tour areas and the players areas and the amenities and the media and all that stuff. So I never got to experience that.
Yeah.
The only
How
thing
are they doing? Are they doing a good job?
I mean, I give them an A. I mean, they knock it out of the park. I love what they're doing. The thing about the DGPT, well, first off, they're killing it at almost at every turn. Like any big organization making big decisions can't make everybody happy because people have different opinions about how things should be, right? So you can't make every person happy. But the thing that I've seen them do is they do things, and if they don't work, they evaluate them. And they decide, like, how do we move forward? Do we change this mid-season? Do we change this at the end of the season? You know, but they're not stubborn in their ways. They're adapting because it's new to them too. Right.
And they're adapting quickly, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's blowing up. It's. I mean, you guys know disc golf is like there's more disc golfers in the U.S. than there are ball golfers right now. It's insane. So the sport is there. The DGPT kills it. I mean, anything that I would change would be just like nitpicking. Like that thing should be blue instead of purple or something, right? I mean,
yeah.
Because I like purple better. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't speak highly enough. And it's not just the DGPT. They come in town and they do their thing, but it's also the local club at all these events. Like in Las Vegas, there was 150 volunteers in Las Vegas. That is volunteers from the local. I don't know if they're all from the local disc golf community. I'm sure some people come in from out of town, so I don't want to misspeak. But it takes a local club and a local community to have built an event and a culture where you have a course full of spotters that have been spotting for years before they started doing DGPT events. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So it's not just the DGPT. The DGPT is standing on the shoulders of giants. And the giants they're standing on the shoulders of is the tournament directors who are running events. And sorry if this is going to piss people off, but the shoulders of the PDGA who built a foundation for decades. So they're killing it. But, you know,
They're on the ramp. Yeah, for sure.
They're taking it up a step, and I love what they're doing.
Good. Are you sensing a general mood out there that is what you expected, or is it different than what you expected from other players, from people working the tournaments? Is the mood what you thought it was going to be?
It's what I hoped it would be.
Okay.
I wasn't sure what the reception was going to be to me being out there. Like, I know people like could respect, oh, he did a lot of stuff in the early days and he's taught. Like, I mean, I expect that people generally if they know about me would kind of have those opinions. But there's also maybe some mixed opinions because I've had a very diverse life.
Sure.
And without exception, every single player on tour has been so respectful to me, but not so respectful that they're not treating me. They're still treating me like I'm the competition. So they're not just treating me respectfully and then brushing me aside. They're also expecting me to play well, and they have to play well to beat me. But the way they've treated me has been, it's what I wanted and what I hoped would happen, but I wasn't sure. But it's been, everybody's been perfect. I'm sorry, I don't have I'm the worst source of gossip ever. Like,
no, I'm not.
No, we're not. We don't want that kind of gossip.
We got Twitter. I can go to Twitter, Scott, and learn all the BS I want to learn. I don't even, it's fine. No, I just generally want to know if the mood is, because there's tension out there, whatever, but it all gets blown up through the lens of people like us who are looking for clicks, and it gets ugly. And I just wanted to hear from the source that the mood was good, because I want the mood to be good. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Everybody has different opinions about things.
Yeah.
I think the only real, like maybe somewhat negative opinions, and everybody's entitled to an opinion. You can have an opinion and you're not wrong for it.
Yeah.
But players who are newer to the scene have never seen what disc golf was like before, so they have nothing to compare it to.
Right.
So when you're brand new out here and you're looking at it and you're like, oh, well, this is great, but they could have added a few more of these. Where I'm thinking, oh my God, I can't believe they already have this many of these things. Yeah. I'm not thinking you could add more, but if you started with these things there, you're thinking, how can we improve upon that? So like the money, like I'm blown away at how much money there is. Well, if you're brand new to the sport, you're thinking, man, we're nowhere near ball golf. And I'm like, yeah, but we're also nowhere near Frisbee golf.
Right. True.
Right.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Well, I like to hear that. That's a good thing, because it is, there's that whole old adage about you're 8 times more likely to say something negative about an experience than say something positive about experience. So you have to just kind of take that in and go, okay, well, I'm going to hear 7 negative things before I hear one good thing. Just if you remember that, you don't have to stress out, kind of thing.
Yeah, but no, it's generally positive. There's no one on tour I don't like. Nobody.
Mm-hmm. Right. Sure.
Everybody's nice. Everybody's professional. I haven't seen anything ugly. I mean, there just hasn't been.
Would you have been disappointed if people just gave you the, oh, Scott, it's so good to see you. Have a great day, Scott. Like that would have irked you a little bit, you think?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe, because I mean, this is and I tread lightly here, because
I'm not trying to
but people that just feel like, well, you need to respect me because I'm older, or you need to respect me because this is the uniform I wear, or the job I have, or the office I was elected to. Like, I don't like that, Right. So I don't just think, well, I've been around a long time, I should be treated a certain way. I want to be treated with the respect that comes with how much I've given to the sport, how much teaching I've done, how much my work in different communities I've done, and my accomplishments. And so I feel like I've earned it. So I don't feel like it's just I'm entitled it. I feel like I earned it. And I wouldn't have even thought that way a few years ago. I kind of felt like I'm just one of the Frisbee golfers out on the course. But now I'm like, no, I'm kind of getting there where I'm like, I'm enjoying it and appreciating it. One of the things that I believe's happened, that I think one of the reasons why I've been given so much respect is because it's mutual.
Yeah.
When I took all this time to get my body in shape and to train, and I'm literally wearing custom fitted clothing to look professional. When I go out on the course, I've shown the tour the respect that I'm not out there going, oh, I used to be good, look at me play. Like, no, I'm out there like clearly did the work because of the respect I have for them. And I think that has a lot to do with the respect I've gotten back. I'm not just some guy who used to play.
Can I ask you, that blue shirt with the white collar, who makes that shirt? Because it's fantastic.
It's Zone.
Zone is the name of the company. Okay. That shirt is sharp, dude. I just had to say.
Yeah, you can buy the Scott Stokely shirts at Zone. And actually, I have a whole clothing line coming out, which I can't show you anything, but it's coming out really soon. It is the coolest clothing line in the sport. And I say this with absolute authority, not authority. What's the word?
Confidence.
Confidence that when you see this, There is nothing like this out here. It is so unique, and it's unbelievable. I mean, I hired what we feel is the best artists either one of us have ever seen, and commissioned them to do disc golf art for us on these full color jerseys. It's unreal.
That's awesome.
So next week.
All right,
Yeah,
next week it's coming out. Okay.
Like next week. I mean, the artwork's there. The shirts have been ordered. They just have to show up. Then I have to get them sent to me so I can make a promotional video. But yeah, I don't want to share anymore. But you guys are gonna there's nothing like it. It's so good.
You're gonna get into
wait to see
the shirt biz after the competition's over. When you're done touring, you're gonna start sponsoring kids and taking them out on tour.
I'm into all the biz. You guys know me. I have a disc golf app coming out. I have a food-based product that is in the warehouse. I'm just waiting to basically to figure out how to announce it. I've got discs, shirts, hats, towels, keychains, books.
I'm so
awesome.
I'm here for the Stokely Empire. I'm here for it.
Yes.
I love it.
Wow. I like the term
Scott.
empire. It makes me sound like I could step on the little people and not even care.
Well, I mean, you are 6'6", 7, 8. I mean, you might be even 7 foot now.
Well, I was 6'7", but I'm at the age where I'm probably shrinking. So I'm probably
I think you
get a
can
big
still
shoe.
step on
Big
most of the average human height.
yeah.
That's good.
What's your favorite shot you've thrown so far this year?
That's funny, Austin.
Is that a rhetorical question?
No, not OTB Tour skins.
Second.
Oh, not OTB Tour.
I want NPDGA tournament play.
Yeah, I threw in a 230-foot shot with my Berg for Eagle on the final hole of Las Vegas, and it was a great way to because I had that second round where I went to the wrong tee pad and stood there wondering why everybody at my car was late.
Yeah.
And then for that to happen at my first tournament out, and I was just like, oh my God, this is and everybody's like, I'm under the microscope. I put myself under the microscope. Everybody's watching me. And then to come back that third round and throw in an eagle with like a 1028 rated round or something. It was just a great, 1030 something, whatever it was. It was just a great way to say, look, that was a hiccup. That was just a speed bump. I'm ready for this thing. And it was nice as I was so far down in the card that I was throwing that shot as the lead card was teeing off. So I had the lead card gallery watching me throw that shot in. Yes. It was like, that was
I'm
neat.
here. I had a guy fall into the creek on our very first hole of their final round this weekend.
No, that's
really?
Yeah, he completely submerged, up to his neck.
Pushed or did he fall?
Yeah, he fell. He was trying to get a disc, holding onto a branch. The branch snapped, and he went full in. First hole on a par 4 after throwing 2 shots.
That's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I laughed my ass off, yeah.
You just kill the nerves. There's nothing else you can do wrong. Yeah.
I mean, he was completely drenched and had to deal with it.
Nice.
How much did you learn from the Pete Ulibarri lesson at DDO?
A lot.
You think it helped?
A lot. Yeah, and I put a video on my website. If you search for Scott Stokely Wind, I talked to Pete Ulibarri. I learned a lot more about how wind works. I understood the concept of thermals, and I understand why the wind blows a certain direction on the California coast because the water's colder than the land. I got the basic ideas, but he gave me some more information to think about on the course to just kind of have a better understanding of what was going on around me. Kind of almost like maybe like your eyes, if your eyesight was pretty darn good but not perfect, and then you put on glasses for the first time and you go, ooh, wait, that's a little sharper. It doesn't really change your world, but you just see things more clearly. Sure. I think that's kind of what it was like. I just understood my world a little bit better. None of it helped for when it's 40-mile-an-hour gusts. It's just, it's just.
You can't prepare for that, really.
No, but if you actually look at my scores, my best rounds so far this year, I shot a 1040 something and a 1030 something in Waco on the 2 windy days. I played at Jones Park in 20 to 25 mile an hour winds 2 days and shot 1030 golf. So this season, in the days where there's been heavy wind, I'm probably shooting over 1030, 1035 on those days. I like playing in wind.
Smart guy.
Wind's not a problem for me.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So you've told us a lot about what's next.
Yeah.
You said merch. You said a food product. I'm gonna maybe guess beef jerky.
You're guessing
Don't even say it.
wrong. No,
I think he gave us a
I was
hint.
really hoping for.
I think he gave us a hint like 30 seconds ago, and nobody caught it. I think.
yeah. No, so I would never do beef jerky because that I feel like that was Girthy's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Gertie's thing. Why would you? I thought that was a joke. Sorry.
I just wanted.
No. I mean, but seriously,
beef
like I would never
jerky.
take someone's idea. My whole model of disc golf. In fact, here this will segue to what's next for me.
Well, he has other people. I thought you might have partnered with him, but
Oh no.
Have some train wrecks,
My
Scott
model
Stokely.
is I create business models and then people copy me. And that sounds so arrogant, but that's my history in disc golf has been I've done so many things first. And then other pros and other people have kind of taken it up and done it too. That's not a bad thing to me. I love that. I love that I come up with these things that make money. So my newest thing, and it's more than just making money, but it's the business side of this, is I just introduced a 6-month online course.
Oh yeah.
Become a complete disc golfer. And the reason why this is so neat is that between my private lessons and seminars the last 2 years, like the day I posted my seminars for this year in January, that day I sold out for the year.
Oh yeah.
Last year I sold out the day I posted. I did 2 postings, but both times I sold out for the next 6 months of seminars that day. Between private lessons and seminars, I have more than 2,500 people on wait lists that want me to teach, right? And so the idea is, how could I scale this? And I've wanted to. I mean, from a business and a financial perspective, of course, I want to reach thousands of people, but I can't do it in a way that won't work. I mean, I'm not into cash grabs. It's not how I do things. Yeah. And so the idea of doing like a master's course where you just have like a bunch of videos people can download, that's my YouTube channel. Like I'm not offering anything new there if I just offer a curriculum like that, right? So I didn't know what to do. And finally, like my girlfriend was very helpful in coming up with this idea. And then another friend kind of was a tipping point. But the way the 6-month class works is every month there's going to be different topics: backhand, sidearm, putting, etc. I'm going to be doing online classes live, so it's interactive right off the bat. You can ask questions about things, but then also there's going to be a community built around your class because I'm limiting class sizes. So you'll have a community built around your class that's working on different topics as we go, with everybody self-policing each other. And then that's where you can be posting forum reviews, but everybody watching the forum reviews isn't some person on Facebook. It's someone that's actually just taken the class who can do this. I also have certified teachers that I'm paying to moderate these groups as well. So it's going to be extremely hands-on. There's also going to be a curriculum with drills. It's going to be super exciting, but that'll actually work because it's that forum reviews. It's the one-on-one process that I hadn't figured out how to do. So I just announced that, I think, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I opened up 200 spots. I think there's like 20 spots left.
Ooh.
That's huge, dude.
And
Yeah,
that's all on
everything I do
Stokely.net.
sells out the day I post it or the day after. So these will sell out. Like there's probably like 20 or 30 spots left. They'll be gone by the end of the day. But if it is full, just get on the wait list, because in 2 months I'll start another 6-month course again. I don't have to wait 6 months to start again. So in 2 months I can start another 6-month class. It's 200 people that I'm taking per starting period, but I'm not doing a class of 200 people. Again, I'm not into cash grabs. 200 people in a class, good luck getting your questions answered, or it's too big. So I'm starting with classes of 50, which I think is a far more reasonable size, which means I have to do the work like 4 times, but I think that's the right number where everybody will feel like they get to be participating. So anyways, there's a video on my YouTube channel about it, and I'm really excited. It's the kind of the evolution of the teaching. It's going to be really cool.
I'm excited.
Yeah, dude, I'm proud of you.
The empire of Scott Stokely continues. I know we told you we keep it quick tonight. Can we ask you like 3 viewer questions before we send you off?
Oh, of course. I love this. This is great.
Okay,
I love you guys.
John James, our guest for next week, who's a great TD down here in Atlanta, wants to know, Can you ask him if he remembers Miami in 2000 and me always paying 50% of the field, keeping his 10-year plus
Keith Johnson.
streak alive? Yeah. After he tin cupped a 210-foot hole along a lake.
Yes. Okay. I do remember that because I took a 15 on the hole.
Oh,
And I remember that because I've never taken a 9 before, and then I took a 15.
beautiful.
So the reason why is because I always throw hyzers, and I was the only person back then that was like touring players that threw a 50-50 backhand and sidearm. And this was just a really simple sidearm hyzer over the water. But when you throw, you leave over the water right away, and then you have to land on ground. Really simple sidearm hyzer. However, I'd been working on my anhyzers for probably 6 months, really hard. I wanted to get that anhyzer fade shot because the sidearm hyzer isn't for every shot. It's for most shots, but you still got to throw anhyzer, and I wasn't good at it. So I was like, even though it was a sidearm shot, I'm like, I'm going to throw the backhand, and I threw it, and it didn't hit dry land. I'm like, well, I can put the next one on. Threw it in again. Yeah, so I emptied my bag into the lake on like a pretty short hole because I wanted to get the anhyzer to work. Eventually it did, by the way. It only took
great.
That's like 7 tries.
And it sounds like you still
Captain
cash.
for 15. Let's go. Yeah.
Yes, and I still and I finished last place cash.
Oh.
And yes, I still remember it. I remember those things.
Yeah, that guy just paid out $3,000 for a B tier open win here in Georgia, which was crazy.
Dang, that's amazing. Love it.
Will Durant wants to know, outside of Wizards, are you throwing any other gateway stuff?
Yes, I have not announced it yet, but I'll just go ahead and drop it here. I'm also throwing the Assassin.
Ooh.
The Assassin is my roller disc.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you need more than one roller disc because you need a stable roller, understable roller.
Yeah,
but
I was going to say that.
to have a baseline disc that flips. I love the Assassin for that shot. I throw almost all new stuff. I don't like beaten in discs because then if you lose them, then you can't replace them. So I like throwing new stuff and finding a new disc that does what I want. And the Assassin at higher speeds does flip, so it's a good roller disc.
Gotcha. Charity Goodwin wants to know, what's your opinion on the new rule about moving things up so far back in your run-up? Is it warranted or a liability?
The new rule, I'm not aware of the rule.
There's a new rule that you can only move things in your run-up if it's something that would be within your stance. So you can't...
So about roughly 9 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't move stuff behind you that's like 20 feet behind you if it gets in the way.
Correct, yeah. So basically a T-pad, it's almost like the T-pad length. I think
Well, not 9 feet. It's more like 6 feet.
Mike Sullivan explained it that, technically the rule says it's whatever you could throw from in your stance. So you could lay down with your foot on your stance and throw over your top or whatever. But the idea is they don't want you moving things further away than basically a T-pad in your stance for run-ups in the fairway.
So I mean, my opinion would come off the cuff.
Sure.
I didn't know there was. So here's the thing about a lot of the rules. I think, and this happens with everybody in every walk of life, but a lot of times there's maybe rules that didn't need to be changed. But if you're on a rule committee, your job is to do rule stuff. And It's like, you
gotta
want
keep
to
getting a
rules
paycheck
or change things. You want to try to, this is why, I'm going to go old school here, but do you remember when there was Windows 3 and then Windows 5 and then Windows 7
yeah.
XP? Mm-hmm. Every single time, every single aspect of Windows changed, even if it was just a color on an icon. And all I could think of is every department that managed one of the little parts of the Windows operating system, every new system was like, well, we better change something. So every time there was a change to every single thing, even if it wasn't broken. I keep thinking that's the way a lot of these things are. So
it's like the Apple
I know there's
iPhones,
an issue with the new Mando rule. I didn't know there was a problem with the Mando rule before. I thought it was pretty clear and pretty what was wrong with it.
Yeah.
This is my opinion. If you think the opposite of me, you're not wrong. But I just got confused by the description of the run up. I mean,
yeah. So the whole thing with it was they wanted it to be that basically if you stood I would say the spirit of the rule is you put your foot at your lie and wherever you could reach your other foot back is all you're allowed to clear. But Mike Sullivan, PDGA rules guy, said that, really your stance could be you laying down because you only need one supporting point and throwing it from as far as you can stretch back. So Mike Sullivan said, don't worry about the rule. There's a wide interpretation if you need it. But the idea was they didn't want people just walking back 18 feet and moving everything out of the way.
Dude, every
Yeah,
rule
I mean,
in the
I can't
PDJ is
recall
up for interpretation.
I can't recall the last time I saw someone walk back 18 feet and move stuff out of the way.
No, I don't either, and I don't know what it would be. It's a weird situation. I think a lot of it is, well, rules, guys, and if we want to keep getting paid, we got to make rules.
I think there could be some of that. I mean, look, here's the thing about the PDJ, and I wish people would get this, is that every single person there is working their ass off, and with fully the best intentions they have, and they get crapped on a lot, and it's unfortunate because like it's okay to crap on the decisions that are made. I don't like this decision. I don't think you should have made this decision. I don't think this should have happened. That should happen. I don't think you should have spent your money this way. That's acceptable. What I don't like is that when people talk about the PDJ and they start questioning the integrity of the people that are making decisions, and they're saying, well, this person, oh, they're just trying to screw over this, or all they care about is that. And it's like, whoa, that is like, back the hell off. You can't say that about another human being.
No, this is Frisbees, man. What are we
Yeah,
doing?
it is. And so I think that, like the thing with the rules, like I think the people in the rules committee are all probably trying to do their very best job. And if I disagree with some of the rules, it's irrelevant. I mean, I just like I've never messaged a TD about a course change. Like I'll just that's the whole. I don't like the whole. Too bad. If it's not fair, too bad. I just play it.
Oh, it's a triple Mando now. Whatever. I'm here to compete. Yeah. Okay, last one. I promised we wouldn't have.
You're fine.
You're good. Last one in classic Frolfer fashion. What's your favorite condiment?
My favorite, I'm probably ribbed.
Okay.
All right, Scott Stokely, thank you for coming on.
Whatever you can put on a taco to kill the E. coli, I think is what your favorite condiment.
I would say my favorite condiment, let's say this.
Yeah.
If I were to come out with a line of barbecue sauce, that would be my favorite condiment. Even though that would be kind of silly, because what does barbecue sauce have to do with disc golf? But I'm saying if I did come out with
what does beef jerky have to do?
If I actually was to come out with 4 flavors of barbecue sauce,
frother flavor.
If there were 4 flavors of barbecue sauce coming out, that would have been my favorite condiment, hypothetically. But since I would never do that, I'll just say salt.
Loud and clear.
Salt's not a condiment.
Yeah, salt's a condiment.
No, that's a seasoning.
No, salt's a condiment.
Not the way I use it. Anyway,
okay, well,
I need something. Yeah, I need something with some texture. Yeah.
All
right. Scott, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Good luck on the rest of the tour. We're rooting for you here at Frolfer Magazine. I think everyone at Atlanta's
Frolfer Bump.
So,
thanks.
Love you, buddy.
And definitely check out my 6-month course. Like I said, if it's filled, don't worry about it. Just get on the wait list. We'll start taking sign-ups soon for a class that's just going to start. It's just going to be 2 months.
Yeah, you're going to see my name on there next time around for sure.
I want a rib
thank
disc
you guys.
now.
Love you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Scott. See you, bud.
A Stokely ribbed for your.
I want a Stokely rib disc now.
Oh no, it's gonna have to be one of the. It's gonna be the one from Castaplast with the thing in the middle, the racks.
No, I want the old school gateway disc with the disc golf dimples around the outside.
Stoked to go. Let's go, Scott. Indeed. Hell yeah, I love having Scott Stokely on our show. We should do it every week. Honestly, we could do it every. No, we got other people we got to talk to, and he's a busy man now. Sounds like he's building an empire. And I can't wait to buy whatever that food product's going to be. Yeah, whatever that food product's going to be.
I
can't wait to try that barbecue sauce. I
wanted it to be the name of his old discs and have Trainwreck and G13 as a
AK-47, I think was
AK-47 barbecue sauce.
It might very well be. It very well might be, Cody. That's a very good guess.
He's already owns the names. Anyway.
Who wouldn't buy a barbecue sauce called Trainwreck?
I do think I would. I do think that we probably just got 2 exclusives out of Scott Stokely, so that's pretty fantastic.
Oh, yeah. We doubled down on the exclusives. The merch.
Go ahead and clip that. Hey, Costa, are you still in the back room?
Yeah, Costa, we can probably get you some sauce, bud. Maybe. I wonder if
you might have a new favorite sauce.
No, I meant for him to clip that and make it into a short for us.
Everybody cool. Who wants to leave first?
I'm Austin Lytle, and may the 4th be with you tomorrow, and Feliz Cinco de Mayo.
Perfect.
I have no idea what he just said.
Yeah, I don't think he does either.
Au revoir? I'll go with au revoir. Love you guys.
Au revoir. I'm Adam. Thanks for watching. Come to Frolfer Friday. We're going to be handing out some of these things. Love you guys. Bye.
shoppers. Can I get a fucking oh yeah? Thank you.